Good evening. Anybody out there? It's been a minute. I thought I'd come in and check in on everybody, see what's going on. Noti Gang's not nearly as deep as it was over on Periscope. It's got to start from scratch now that Periscope is gone. Daniel Tice fan club. I don't even, what team is he on now? Chicago? Is he still technically on Chicago? Now that we're in the off season? What's up, everybody? Off-season stream vibes are a lot different here. Thought I'd come and hang out for a little bit. We got the draft, Team USA, free agency, shit. There's other stuff going on too. Hell, I even just got a damn subscription out of it. JPC13, what up? We back. We kind of still here. It's the off-season edition. That's why the stream beats have changed from whatever they were to lo-fi, I think this channel is called. I feel like I'm in an elevator in Atlantis in the Bahamas right now. But you know what? I'm kind of digging it. Missed you guys too. What's up? It's been a minute. It has been a minute. Hello, friends. No Smash stream. We could do maybe a Smash stream tomorrow. Thought I'd just check in and say what's up. Yeah, miss you guys too. I'm going to bed early tonight because I got to get up 8 a.m., which is vampire hours to watch Team USA. Got to win that game. But what's the point of having group stages if first, second, and the two top third place teams with only 4 total groups make the next round? Everyone makes the next round. The United States could still lose and probably still make it there. Is this an Olympics watch-along stream? Well, you know what? Now that you mention it, I am watching the Olympics over here on my iPad. Right here, so. Let's just watch Katie Ledecky swim a little bit. Yeah, the Westbrook trade. That Westbrook trade. TBD on that, my friends. Washington Wizards were the big winners from that draft day yesterday, I think. As I mentioned on the stream, the more I thought about it too, like, they're going to figure it out because, I mean, Westbrook's been around long enough and they're good enough boys. I mean, they'll be fine. It's not like the Lakers aren't going to make the playoffs, but, man, they better get the best shooters in the NBA on that team immediately because losing KCP, his defense, 3-and-D in the corner, how many Danny Greens are left out there for the Lakers to go get with the salary cap that they have? Because they have the bird rights on THT and Caruso, so they're going to get those two back. But who can they bring on at a discount to run alongside LeBron, Westbrook, and AD? LeBron's the best three-point shooter on that team. That's not a good thing. Otto Porter. There's a name I haven't heard in some time. If Otto Porter could shoot like he did on that when he got paid in Washington, there are those guys in the NBA. Reggie Jackson's in this club too. Reggie Jackson, Otto Porter, Josh Smith was in the club. Guys that just lights out in a contract year and they just set themselves up until they're in the contract year again. Oh, there's a great one. Yo, the Lakers need to go get Wayne Ellington. I'll feel a lot better about the Westbrook trade if they got Wayne Ellington. Wayne Ellington has not missed since he stepped foot in the Dean Dome for Chapel to play for the Tar Heels. All he does is make threes. Get Wayne Ellington on the Lakers and I'll get behind the Westbrook trade. Because right now, it's TBD. The Wizards, though, we went through that depth chart. Last night. Just as long as the Lakers don't bring back Schroeder. If they bring back Schroeder, I'm off. Completely off. I don't know how they would, but that man turned down a lot of money just to get signed and traded away. All right, so the Wizards depth chart consists of like Ish Smith, Rui, Denny, Beal, Bertans, Thomas Bryant, Daniel Gafford, Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. That's a playoff team, yo. OJ Mayo. Isn't he? OJ Mayo still banned from the NBA. He's one of the very few people banned. Evan Fournier. Is Evan Fournier a free agent? Did the Celtics rent him? What are the Celtics up to trading for Josh Richardson, by the way? They got rid of Tristan Thompson. Who's their big guy? Do they have a single big guy on that roster right now? What's wrong with the audio? There should be nothing wrong with the audio. I look flushed. I've had this cough for a week, man. Maybe I had COVID. I've been going out to packed bars and nightclubs for the past month. I'm all vaxxed up, but clearly the Delta variant is out there. And there's breakthrough cases, so maybe I caught COVID. I never felt sick. I just had a cough and I lost my voice. Moses Al Horford. Somebody said, I miss you streaming and commenting police chases. Please bring them back. Well, you know what? I don't know if it's still ever going to be the right time to do that. If I ever do them, it's probably just going to be on Twitch without ever announcing I'm doing them. I'm never putting them on Twitter again, I'll tell you that much. Maybe one day I'll bring them back, but I don't know. Somebody run a poll. Curious as to what. I mean, of course, the majority is always going to vote yes, do it, but I still feel like it's not the right time. Yeah, it is propaganda. That's why I haven't brought it back yet. Somebody wants me to say the name Scotty Barnes. Okay, Scotty Barnes. I don't know how Scotty Barnes found such a big fan club, but I didn't say I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it if the majority of people find it either offensive or, I mean, the way I'm going to have to do it is, if I ever do it again, would be different than before. I don't know. Think about it. And I mean, I got partners I work with too. They haven't even brought back Live PD, by the way. They're never going to bring back Live PD. That was the most popular show on cable television. They just got rid of it. And y'all know why. Hey, Mooch Taba. Thanks for the subscription. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but thanks, man. Or woman. Person. Appreciate you. So, here's the deal. Las Vegas Summer League is coming up here. It's not even an inside info, but a little update. We are July 30th, Friday, July 30th. Summer League is scheduled to start on August 7th. Now, they're selling tickets for Summer League. You can still buy them on the website, but Las Vegas being a hotbed for this Delta strain, two parties which I was supposed to attend to, which I had RSVP'd for in Vegas during Summer League, have now both canceled because of worries about the Delta strain. I don't know if the NBA is going to cancel Summer League, but it sure feels like that they may keep fans out. I have heard rumors that they may bubble the players. But I'm scheduled to be out there for the whole thing. And I haven't heard anything back regarding media credentials, so it's still very much up in the air. Summer League's a big deal for these rookies and the fans and all the above, and getting it back was a big deal. Hey, Jishnu, appreciate you extending your subscription. Same with you, LBE McCain. Mackin, sorry, I can't read. So, I think it's going to be up in the air, honestly, how Summer League proceeds. And it feels like a little bit of a setback, honestly. It is. And Las Vegas is going to be a hotbed because everyone's inside. Everyone's not wearing masks in the casinos, getting drunk, being degenerates. Not the best place to be, but you know what? I'm going to be there, and I'm really hoping Summer League is as well. I don't feel like getting the Delta strain, even though I'm vaccinated, but moving forward. I would love to see Obi Toppin and even get Kevin Knox there if he's not traded by that point. Sure feels like the Cleveland Cavaliers are trying to get rid of Sexton. Who knows what the Knicks are up to after last night, so that draft with the Knicks continuing to trade away their picks and trade for future draft picks, they not only decreased the number of guys that they took compared to the maximum which was available to them, but they saved $2 million in cap space. They already had the most cap space in the NBA. Knicks are up to something in free agency. I don't know what yet. I don't know what. Would they put in a restricted free agent offer on John Collins? Maybe. But I've been told that John Collins will be an Atlanta Hawk. Like, they will match pretty much any offer out there from the people I've spoken with. Don't clip this and put it on the internet. People are going to take that shit out of context. But just from people I've spoken to, I'm pretty confident that John Collins will be back with the Atlanta Hawks. So if the Knicks aren't going to pay him, are we overpaying for Kyle Lowry? I hope not. Are you taking on Sexton and extending him? I really wouldn't mind it at all. But what are the Knicks going to do with DeMar and Kyle? Knicks aren't going to win a championship with DeMar and Kyle. We need playmakers. We need offense. They check both those boxes. But it's sure going to cost a lot of money. If I'm the Knicks, you need a point guard, obviously, desperately. I'm spinning Toppin, Knox, and a future first-round pick for Colin Sexton or Kemba Walker. It's just my personal opinion. Who do I think the steal of the draft is? Moses Moody to Golden State that late. And they got Kuminga outside the top 5. The Warriors got 2 steals, at least on paper, in my opinion. Honestly, I hadn't seen much of Zaire Williams. I watched him play like once or twice late at night. Random Saturday nights when Stanford's the last game or something, but I honestly can't tell you enough about him. I just know the clutch guys from the draft combine. I posted a bunch of those interviews. I apologize for the audio being all messed up in those. We tried our best to put together something, but I did get to speak with them individually. I watched them work out. I have a pretty good grasp on like Kai Jones and Jalen and Moses. Got to see them firsthand. It's so much different being in person, seeing these guys work out, as opposed to just television or highlights or something. And you're really impressed by. I was really impressed by Jalen, and I thought the Hawks drafting Jalen would be John Collins' insurance, because my personal comparison for Jalen, I hate doing these publicly, but here on Twitch I'm more than happy to. My personal comparison, what I think Jalen Johnson can develop into one day, is Tobias Harris, and I think that's what John Collins is already at this point in his career. So we'll see. The Hornets, man. Hornets will be fun. I promise you that. If they don't win a lot of games, they will be must-see TV with Kai Jones. And Book Knight can get up too. But it is the Charlotte Hornets. Not Charlotte, the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte City Hornets. With Kai Jones out there and Miles Bridges. Watch your head. Seatbelts on at all times. We missed the hype train. Y'all let the hype train expire? Damn. How's the music? Too loud, too quiet? I'm kind of digging these vibes right now. What's up, everyone? All the mods are in the building. I asked that question last night. How is De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Halliburton, and Davion Mitchell going to work? Beats me. Well, what would Kings fans think about a De'Aaron Fox for Ben Simmons trade? How mad would you be? Hornets. Someone said the Hornets are a gimmicky team now. No, man, they're just gonna throw a shit ton of alley-oops. They got a whole bunch of bouncy young dudes who just like to dunk. Man, I don't care where Spencer Dinwiddie is signing. Keep that guy off my team. The Kings drafted a player that didn't want to talk to him beforehand. It's the most Kings thing in the world. Adding to a stacked backcourt already. Thoughts on the Blazers? I have no idea what they're going to do. Neither do I. It sure makes sense trading CJ for Ben. But if Daryl Morey's out here asking for... That man is asking... If he was going to trade Ben Simmons to the Kings, he would say, trade me De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, 4 first-round picks, and Vivek doing the Macarena whenever I so command via FaceTime. Like, that's what Daryl is asking for. It's just unrealistic. He's trying to set the market. Never Dinwiddie to the Knicks. Man, we'll get booed out of the gym the first night. Keep him as far away from Madison Square Garden as possible. Am I mentally prepared for the incoming meme greatness of Russ and Braun? Yeah, 2 very memeable players. The meme team. How soon we forget the meme team once existed in Los Angeles. That team was great. JR, Dion, JaVale McGee, Lance Stevenson. Were they all on the team at the same time? Boogie Cousins there. Michael Beasley was on that team. Buddy Hield to the Bucks. Speak it into existence. I mean, do you need him if DiVincenzo comes back and looks healthy, though? Pat Connaughton clearly proved he can be a Buddy Hield. Of course the Lakers are going to be good. They're the favorites. Have I talked about Shamet? No, I think he's just another guy that's going to fit in that Phoenix Suns corner that's just going to wreak hell. Just standing in that corner, shooting wide open threes. That's what the Phoenix Suns did to get to the finals. I'm trying to figure out a way that I can add a tag to my stream, because I just have sports, but I don't have basketball. Can the mods do that? You guys have the ability to do that? I don't want to, like, mess with it. Why are the Cavs giving up on Sexton is a question. Because they need to pay him. I don't know if them paying Sexton right now, how far that gets them. You know what I mean? It was kind of an experiment with Sexton. I just don't know how that's going to work into being a championship contender with what you've got. The Knicks are in a position that Colin Sexton, from an upgrade from Elfrid Payton, is going from, feels like it's going from Elfrid Payton to Steph Curry for us. We already got a playoff ready team too, so that might be enough. So if DeMar's not going to end up on the Lakers, where does he go? Yeah, he really wouldn't be that bad of a fit with the Knicks, honestly. The Knicks need scorers. They need someone that can put the ball in the damn bucket. That can score in the half court, can create their own shots. DeMar checks that box. I can't believe the Knicks made it that far behind Julius Randle and Alec Burks and Derrick Rose. Made it all the way to the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference with those 3 guys carrying the damn team. But Sexton would be such a floor general for the Knicks, man. Jalen Brunson? Is Jalen Brunson a free agent? He'd be a great... I would love him on the Knicks, too. We need scorers. We're in a position that we need... beggars can't be choosers. We don't need offensive players. We need microwave scorers. Yeah, I'm very much team. I think Kemba will thrive. I think he'll figure it out. Did Ledecky just lose? No, she just raced. Oh. Okay, good. We come full circle with Tim Hardaway Jr. coming back to the Knicks for a third tour of duty. I'm thinking of that movie American Sniper where, what's his face? He's in the grocery store and he just knows he has to go back. He's torn. What's his name? Bradley Cooper. Tim Hardaway's just, I gotta go back to the Knicks again. Yeah, Ledecky won. For some reason, I thought she raced again. I like how Ledecky, by the way, in that post-swim interview, there's, what if this was the last Ledecky race? What do you want to tell your fans? She's like, this ain't the last Ledecky race. I'm going to come back in 24 and 28. I'm like, oh, okay. That's how you put that shit to rest. No subtweeting here. Mellow, I guess. I would be very, very happy with the Sexton trade, yes. I'd say he's probably number one on my wish list. Just because, again, because it's a business, right? You know how much you have to pay him and what it's going to cost you in terms of a trade, and the Knicks can afford all the above. Colin Sexton is not going to win you an NBA championship, but he would fit in quite well on a Thibodeau team. The effort he plays with. You got to bring it every night, and Sexton does. He never takes a minute off. Nah, man, if you come in late, I'm just chatting it up. Whatever y'all want to talk about. You're gonna have to deal with my coughing now. Got plans to play a lot of poker in Vegas. Hoping they don't shut that shit down. I don't mind wearing a mask inside by any means. More than happy to. But I hope they keep it open there. Hope they keep everything open. Is that what it is? The Costco brand? Kirkland? Good catch. Would you consider making a Dream Smash roster? I don't know what that means, but I'm interested. Y'all have seen me play now. I told you, I could run with the pros, I think. My K rule is Elite Smash. Any of the mods know how to add tags? Can you do that in stream? Sorry if I missed that before. Can people, by the way, can you taste the difference in water? I have a friend that can't drink Poland Spring for like a variety of reasons. Tastes like water to me. Like he'll only drink Aquafina. Is there certain, the way it's distilled, the way that it's filtered, can you taste the difference? Because it tastes like water to me. Spring water is nasty. Is it actually spring water? Or is it just spring water that's put through a filter? And I thought Poland Spring, the actual spring, dried up years ago. But they still use the Poland Spring brand to just filter like water and just put it into the bottles. Aquafina is purified city water. As long as it's not Dasani. See? How do you people have so much opinions based on water? Nah, water tastes different by brand. Y'all serious? Wow. I'm such a casual. Mineral water. Ugh, what is that? I think water is water. Yeah. Like Fiji water that supposedly comes from some fountain of youth or some shit. It's just an excuse for them to charge $5 a bottle. Is that actual real spring water? People, it is a consensus that people hate Dasani. What? Ooh, Ranger. Just basketball. I think there's a basketball tag, I think. That's all I'm missing. I have sports already. Thank you. If I had the chance to build an NBA starting lineup out of Smash characters, who would I pick? Very interesting question. K. Rool's my center. DD's my power forward. I'd probably... I love the cohesion between Chrom and Lucina being my backcourt. Who's my swingman? Probably Joker or Ness. Nah, see, if you're going to go Fox, you got to go... Or Fox and Wolf wouldn't get along. Yes, that I can. Somebody asked, can you taste the difference in tap water when you go to a new city? Florida water tastes like Jell-O. It is slime. California water is not far behind. New York water you could drink straight out of the tap. But Florida water, oh man. Oh, New Orleans water. That's another one. You're going to the hospital. Montezuma's Revenge. Fox and Falco. Yeah, they got some cohesion. How much time do I see AD playing the 5? As much as he possibly should. If they bring back Andre Drummond, I don't know why they would, but if they did, and that team was Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Andre Drummond, and somebody like Caruso or THT, that restricted paint area... Sorry, ad life. That restricted paint area would look like Jon Snow in Battle of the Bastards trying to escape that mosh pit. Oh, somebody said you can check your water quality on the internet. And the water around the United States is overpolluted above the legal limit. Good to know. Thank you, Alex. Florida water comes from Georgia. Just interviewed a professor about that. Not surprised by the aquifer underground. I don't know what that means, but it sounds professional. Where are my graphics? You're looking at them. This is a graphicless stream. Everyone else always has to do this fancy shit to get you to why I'm just here. You're just talking to me. And that's a very informal way of saying I just don't know how to do it. A water taste stream. Yeah, I'd do it. But I don't... They would all taste the same to me. I'm not the right person to do it. Apparently my palate is not worthy of doing a water taste stream. Why am I deflecting Zion trade rumors? I didn't even know they existed in the first place. Who has a breakout sophomore year? Toppin. Feeling quite good about my Ohtani MVP bet. As long as Guerrero doesn't win the Triple Crown, and Ohtani's going to win MVP, and I'm going to win a shit ton of money. Boy, let me tell you, I had a bad week. I went down pretty big. I went down a number that the Ohtani MVP bet would have. That's how much I lost. But I made most of it back. I've made 75% of it back. Baseball's tough. But who's giving me bits? I'm sorry. I don't even know what those are. Oh, yeah. David, thank you, man. Us, McVeteran 0412. I'm of the belief that Drummond is gone. I'd rather have D12 back. You and everyone else, my friend. Especially that Dwight Howard that played for that that the Dwight Howard that played for the Lakers, not the one that was on the Sixers, because that one sucked. But obviously the one that played for the Lakers was quite better. I'd also like to see Macklemore stay. There's another good one. That would be a great floor spacer, David, for the Lakers. He was a great floor spacer this year, and he finally, after all of these years, bouncing around all of these teams where he just couldn't shoot, found it in Los Angeles. So bring back Macklemore. I'm all about it. Anyone who can shoot threes is welcome on this Lakers team that is going to need spacing desperately. Did I say McVeteran? Dame's playing for the Trailblazers, man. Did I say something? McVeteran? Did I call him a McVeteran? That just rolled off the tongue. Team USA plays tomorrow. I love how when we play these international competitions, how Patty Mills is all of a sudden Kevin Durant. Ricky Rubio is LeBron James. Even Nick Batum can go out there and start messing around like he's, well, Luka, and Luka is clearly Luka. That's right. We need less than 2,700 more people to follow the Twitch channel. We've hit a little bit of a... If you haven't followed already, you'll be doing us a favor, because once we get to 10,000, we'll be doing a live concert. It's free. Hit the button. We'd appreciate you. Turn on your noties, by the way, so that you know when we go live. The same way, I had 40... Now that Periscope is dead, I can tell you I had 40,000 people on Periscope with notifications turned on. Obviously, a majority of those were because of police chases, but that's a lot. And I'm starting over from scratch here. It's a completely different platform, but the good news is that I've spoken to Twitch, the executives at Twitch, and individuals who are responsible for growing their new verticals in sports. Believe it or not, on Twitch is a new vertical. You couldn't do anything with sports until recently. It was just something they hadn't done. And they've been thoroughly impressed with what we have accomplished here in a very short span for the NBA playoffs, and they want to expand said channel come next season. So we will have more streams, more shows, and we may have at some point some rights, meaning we can do a watch party here on Twitch. That's still very not anytime soon, but it's being discussed, and they are... I told you all that. You guys build the show here. People notice it. They may not be in the comment section talking about it, but there's people here watching it. And really important people of Twitch are really happy with the way this community has grown out. And I'm just the guy talking. Y'all are the community itself. And you guys are responsible for building segments within Buckets, segments within Late Night with Wob. It's a crowdsourced show. And they notice that. So keep it up. We'll see. We'll see if there's anything that comes from it. But yeah, Twitch is talking about having me do some more hours, and they're going to promote the stream, meaning it may end up on the front page of twitch.tv. You know how there's a little carousel at the top of the screen? We may end up in that little carousel at some point. Things like that. Promotion, and maybe a direct affiliation with the NBA, which will allow us some streaming rights. And you know what? If the NBA is not going to do an NBA Red Zone, or not going to do their version of NFL Red Zone, then we may end up just doing it here organically and naturally on Twitch if we start getting rights to games, and we could do a watch party and just fire switch between them without me getting shut down. That may be something that's in the future one day. And if we can prove it to them, that we can run a red zone, a red zone style show without the highlights, and then we create something here that all you would need to do is, instead of this game cast that we're following and talking about, that you could drop in, this is where the stream would go, and it would be the same program. All of a sudden, we're the ones responsible for creating NBA Red Zone, and just like that, it could happen. So if some people get lucky, as I always say, we create our own luck here. NBA Fast Break, of course, is always going to be the name of it. Wob Zone 2. Both work. NBA Fast Break in the Wob Zone. We'll take it. So yeah, the idea of a watch party usually consists of sitting here when I do director's cuts. That's why I did the director's cut, by the way, on Twitter for Game 5 when we watched it back, because I didn't want to get shut down here on Twitch. But imagine if we could do that legally with live games, and we're sitting here watching them unfold. That'd be pretty damn cool. It's something that has been attempted but not perfected yet, and I'm real confident that our community could dominate it, because we've been doing this shit now for years. The question is, why doesn't the NBA have it? Isn't the NFL a bigger sport? Well, of course. The product itself, in theory, makes sense, but you have to make it a part of League Pass. Otherwise, people will just they will just watch NBA Fast Break instead of buying League Pass. And that's their core, part of their OTT business model. So you can buy Red Zone in addition to League Pass, and now that it's offered as a separate channel in most cable providers with the NFL, it's a big business decision for them. So there's a reason why it's taking forever. Yeah, and they got to make their broadcast partners happy. I don't know if ESPN would be thrilled about that. Right? Now that you think about it, of course, the creative makes sense. The creative's the easiest part. Getting it done from a business standpoint is not. It's broadcasting rights, Airbird says. It's hard to do watch parties if you have a league with multiple languages. That's why the NFL can do it, because the main audience is in the U.S. It is what it is. What will I be watching for? Oh, in tomorrow's game between the United States and the Czech Republic. Well, I imagine that Satoransky is going to turn into John Stockton on us. That's already a given. But if you're the United States, I want to see the resemblance of an offense. I'm so tired of watching just... Hey, Iran doesn't count. But against a team that's actually coherent, I want to see us get open looks. I don't care if they go in, but I want to run an offense that generates open looks as opposed to Dame save us, Kevin Durant save us. Like, Durant hasn't showed up to a single game yet, practically. The same Kevin Durant that was in that Milwaukee Bucks series, we haven't seen a second of him. So if that's going to be the case, then I want to see the United States turn into a team here. A team. Because it just feels like a bunch of hoopers. Hey, Cup of Joe 53 just subscribed for 2 months. What's up, man? Thank you. Yeah, everyone in the United States pronounces Iran here. For some reason. It's the most American thing in the world, right? No wonder they're so pissed off at us all the time. We don't even say their name of their country correct. Oh, I forgot about that. 7-8. Satoransky crosses up Levine. I'm going to hear Devin blow a gasket from states away. I forgot about that. Little Chicago Bulls rivalry going on there. Yeah, Iran. There it is. Hold on. God. Man, I've been like this for 2 weeks, but I don't feel sick. I just got this phlegm in my nose. Could y'all hear that? Sorry, I should have muted the mic. Wobb's dying on live. I hope I don't have COVID. Well, I guess at this point, now that it's gone, I guess I kind of do, because then I'd have even more Delta antibodies, I guess. I don't know how that shit works. Hey, Sowenzi just subscribed for 2 months. We will remember you. Thank you. I don't know what I did tonight other than blow my nose into the microphone. But I've seen people give subs for a lot less. I watch. And now the problem is, once I clicked to do my hot tub stream research, again, it was just research. But now that I did that once, she always pops up as my, whenever I go to Twitch, she's the first thing there, because she's live for 18 hours a day. She's always live. I didn't say it. You did. It was research. I look like the miners who got trapped in a cave. Thank you. Somebody said I went to her channel because of you and I didn't know who she was, and now she's on my Twitch every day too. She's a virus because she's always working. I didn't follow her. Yes. Those hot tub streams, all she does is sit there on a balloon for 10 straight hours and makes millions. It's unbelievable. Anthony Rizzo hit a homer. Fuck the Yankees. Yankees, how could you root for that team? All they do is just assemble super teams. As I tweeted last night, you never feel happiness as a Yankees fan. You just feel relief. I am a target demographic in the site's algorithm. Me? The Guardians. The Guardians. No, I'm not jealous the Knicks don't do the same. I told you, I'm a dog chasing cars. The thrill is always in the chase. Once one of my teams wins the championship, I send them off to college. Carolina basketball, the Indianapolis Colts. Like, I will. Nothing will ever be better than the first. All I got left now is the Knicks and Mets, and I can stop watching sports forever. The problem is I'm going to be watching sports forever because it's the Knicks and Mets. Would I ever go for a master's degree in sports? No. I think my personal opinion is college is a waste of money for a lot of people. But as I say that, I am going back to UNC to do a sports conference during a weekend in October to talk about sports to a bunch of college kids. Now, it's funny, as I needed college. I really needed college. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who could say the same. But there's so much that you can learn from just YouTube University now, depending on what you want to do. If you need to be like a doctor with degrees and like medical, all the above, of course, you need to go to college and shit like that. But certain fields, I feel like it's just not necessary. To be a salesman, to be, you know what I mean, to be an account executive, marketing, content creation, production, there's ways to learn. Somebody asked, how did I choose the Mets over the Yankees? Does it depend where you're from in New York? It does. So if you are from, so all the boroughs, I'll go through them. Staten Island and the Bronx are Yankees boroughs. Manhattan as well. I would say Queens, Long Island is not a borough. Queens and all of Long Island is Mets fans. Westchester County is probably split 50-50. New Jersey leans Yankees because they're all Italians over there. So that's why the Yankees have more fans here. But yeah, between Queens, Brooklyn, and Long Island are the Mets. In New York, you usually find a lot of fans. They either follow the Ets or they follow the Giants, Yankees, and Knicks. So Jets, Nets, and Mets, and then you get like the Islanders or the Devils, and then it's Rangers, Knicks, Yankees, Giants. It's always one of the two. Why the Colts? 1995 AFC Championship game. Jim Harbaugh throws a Hail Mary pass, which is caught by, was it Jerome Pathon in the corner? I forgot who it was, but from that moment on, there was no replay back then. He caught it. Pittsburgh Steelers went to the Super Bowl instead of the Colts, and I was a diehard fan of Jim Harbaugh and captain comeback of the Indianapolis Colts. And then I fell in love with Peyton Manning, who is the most talented quarterback to ever live, and it's not even close. He's not the best. Tom Brady obviously has the career, but Peyton Manning is without a doubt the most talented quarterback we will ever see. What's the conference at UNC? Are there tickets? Yeah, I don't know. It's like UNC Sports Summit. I don't know, honestly. And with Delta, I don't know, Lord knows if it's even going to happen. I haven't even booked it officially yet, but there's a great Zach Wilson looks like an RA. It's facts. I don't know why, but your audio always goes in and out. It's only your Twitch that it happens. I don't know what to tell you, man. I got a Yeti mic. Does it happen for everyone else? Maybe it's just Android, I think, that it happens on. You know what? There's a good analysis. Let's see. Some Cuckoo Baruz says Peyton Manning is the best at playing the quarterback position. Brady is the greatest of all time. I agree with that. Rodgers is the most talented, with Mahomes nipping at his heels. You know what? I do agree with that. Thank you. That is a more eloquent way to state the hypothesis in which I believe that Peyton Manning is the best at playing the quarterback position. Yes. And Rodgers, I think, has more arm talent for sure than Peyton ever did. It happens when you guys go picture in picture. When I tweet a link to the tickets, I live down the street from UNC, and my roommate and I are big fans. Oh, do you go to Carolina? What dorm do you live in? Or what part of this Chapel Hill? Yeah, again, I can look it up real quick. UNC Sports Summit. It's the UNC Sports and Entertainment Summit. And the website is uncsesummit.com. uncsesummit.com. ESPN can't afford one. Yeah, all those bits. Not in a dorm, just local. I lived on Pritchard, right behind La Rez and Bob's. Best place in Chapel Hill to live. 204 Pritchard Avenue. Right next to a house filled with field hockey players. Oh, Maron. Why did I choose North Carolina? My mom went there, but just grew up a fan, a diehard of the basketball team, and I would go down to camp. I did basketball camp, I did golf camp. Anytime I could spend in Chapel Hill, it's just where I wanted to be. It's heaven on earth down there. Great college town. (2005 to 2009). Did smell like a beer. Sticky beer. That house smelled like sticky beer for a long time. Yeah, UNC is difficult to get in. I didn't have so I had decent grades. Right, I had good grades. I had like a 93 average. My SAT scores. This was back when it was only verbal and math. I had almost perfect on math, but my verbal sucked. I'm still to this day. I'm terrible at verbal. What I have like a 1280 on my SATs, but I was just always involved with the Chapel Hill programs, like during the summer and stuff, just to show I'd go above and beyond to be a part of it, and it got me in. Why do people complain when NBA insiders don't reveal who their sources are? If they expose them, they wouldn't have sources anymore. Yeah, well, you have to remember, they could give away free money on the internet and people would complain. Like, the Pope is the most hated person on planet Earth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the sources are the problem. What people see through the sources and all that shit is it's a shield in pushing an agenda. So if there's a reporter out there that's not Woj and gets something from an agent or an assistant general manager for the Orlando Magic or a video coordinator for the New Orleans Pelicans, usually there's an agenda and a reason for pushing that information. So if it's a rumor and there's a sources on it, clearly there's an intention. There is there's something in it for them, which is why I think people implore you to just go with the story when you have it. You either have the story or you don't, is something that I was told, which is very smart in the journalism field. You either have the story or you don't. So the people that like publish rumors and shit, it's coming from someone for a reason. You need to start eating vegetables. Never. I haven't had a vegetable since 8th grade. I'm still here. But I take vegetable vitamins because of it. You graduated in 2019 from Carolina. Chapel Hill is incredible. I haven't been back since 2010. Can I pronounce Moses Moody? Moses Moody. I feel like Will Ferrell at the beginning of Anchorman. What can I cook? I have a personal chef. His name is Boyardee. I keep coughing and I got a sub out of it. Keith ND. Thank you, my man. Amazon tried to take my subscription away, but we're back, baby. Thank you, my friend. You were a frat guy. What frat? As was I. I'm sure it's changed immensely. And it probably changed because of us, honestly. Taking all those damn newspapers. The big, like, stereotypical football frat. ATO? ATO, so you were down on Franklin? Yeah, it was Sigma Chi. Frat court. Best place to be. Yep. I remember ATOs were cool. Right next to you're right next to Tridelt and Chi-O. Top 5 NBA free agents available. Man, David, you keep throwing bits at me, but you're trying to get me canceled now. Thank you, though. When does free agency start? you can negotiate starting August 2nd, and I think you can start signing people on August 8th, which is day 2 of Summer League. So those first couple days of Summer League are usually hectic, which is awesome because you have all the rookies, the big name rookies will play in the first 2 or 3 games, which is August 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, whatever. And then that's when all the deals are becoming official and trades are happening. So those first couple nights of Summer League are fucking awesome. A lot going on. Bits are good. Thank you. Yes, bits are good. You are much appreciated. That's true. You can really just start negotiating anytime that you want. It's the NBA. You can just hop in the comment section of IG. You've got Draymond Green. Did you see the press conference with Bob Myers last night? Draymond Green just got on the phone and just put me on in the war room. And he told him, draft Kuminga. Draft Kuminga. Lord knows what time it was in Tokyo, but Draymond was in there just telling him what to do. Now, granted, that's not tampering, but it goes to that extent that players are like very involved in the offseason. How much Olympics have I watched? I've got it on over here on the side. I consider the Olympics to just more so be a second screen experience for me. Y'all know me. I have 1,000 screens up at all times. I'm watching Ohtani. I'm watching the Olympics. So if something catches my eye, I'll, big swimming or gymnastics. But without Biles there, gymnastics, I'm not going to stay up until sunrise to watch gymnastics. Moody and Kuminga are going to be fun to watch in the Summer League. My prediction is predicting Summer League winners is impossible because you have to think about who's going to be there for the entirety of the tournament. All the good players usually go home after they have a good game. So who's going to last? And that guy from Team Nigeria, Agada, is on the Denver Nuggets Summer League team. And if he plays in every single game, there are rumors. These are just rumors. These are rumors, but this is... I don't want anybody aggregating this, but there are rumors and people that I've spoken to that suggest that Bol will be on the Denver Nuggets Summer League roster. And if that's the case with him and Agada, I know I'm butchering his name, they're going to win the Summer League. Denver Nuggets are going to win the Summer League.
Last year, you were a pop fan. Now, full punk.
Will the Magic suck less? Yeah, the Magic are good. I mean, I'm sorry, they're not good, but they're not terrible. Like, between Cole Anthony and Wendell Carter, you get Jonathan Isaac back. Maybe Mo Bamba will stop being a zombie. And now you've got these 2 big draft picks down there. I mean, this is the way you rebuild. You really got to bottom out and build around these cornerstone franchise players. What the Knicks did. Magic are kind of on the Knicks plan right now. Build around Suggs. Build around Cole. Build around Markelle. Build around Wendell Carter Jr. Like, y'all got ballers on that team. That was a term. So it was either basketball players or hoopers, right? Which you don't have enough hoopers. You don't have enough basketball players. You're all just hoopers. That's why you lose. What about ballers? Ballers are a combination of both. Chuma. Forgot about Chuma. There you go. Yes. Giannis is a baller. That's facts. Where is this hair on my nose? I have like a hair from my head that's stuck on my nose and it keeps like itching me.
5G capable device required. Actual availability covered and speed may vary.
Giannis is a baller. That's facts. Kevin Durant is a baller. Derrick Rose is a baller. Julius Randle is a baller. Nah, Luka's a hooper. Dallas has 33 mil in cap space. Well, imagine that would be without Porzingis. The Hornets are not Lob City. They are Charlob City. The Charlob Hornets. Dame is a baller. Yes, Dame is a baller. Anthony Edwards is a hooper. No. Tyler Hero is absolutely a hooper. Damn it, Ranger. I got the hair. It should be noted that I successfully did get the hair off my head. Yes, JR has his own category, for sure. Al Horford is a basketball player. Facts. This isn't live. It's, oh, it is live. Hurdles. Holy shit, this girl is flying. Wow. Where's she? Damn, she's jacked. I just watched hurdles. Yo, her quads are as big as my body. God damn. What an athlete. She doesn't even miss a beat. She's just sprinting through the hurdles. That's crazy. So I think Beal or Lillard will leave. Lillard is not leaving anywhere. That man's extension hasn't even started yet. Bradley Beal is in a position now that he can be the LeBron GM of the Wizards and pick his team. That's what I think is what happens here. He's going to stay and pick his team, and he's going to get his max money. Here's a good question. What Olympic event would you have the best chance of medaling at? Badminton. Speed walking is a thing? Yeah, can I just play on Team USA? I could just sit on the bench as the 12th man, and that's the answer. Is I would just play with Team USA basketball and just not play. Did you guys see that 53-second rally in badminton today? Yeah, speed walking. I can't believe that's a sport. No, are you kidding me? Ping pong? No, that is the hardest sport by far to medal in for any normal human. By far. Swimming and ping pong. Easily. Am I sure they'll medal? You're right. It's all hard. I was going to say equestrian because isn't it up to the horse? Do I need to... If I just learn how to, like, move the horse, I feel like I could win equestrian. Is Mo Bamba still Hasheem Thabeet with a rap song? I haven't been paying much attention. He got better at the end of the season. But yes, he's still Hasheem Thabeet with a rap song who thinks he can also shoot threes. I miss Hasheem Thabeet. He was so dominant at UConn too. Because wasn't he at the same time as Kemba? Were they on the same team together? At some point? The height difference between those two? The horses get the medals. No. Yo, archery? Those dudes hit bullseyes from like 40 yards away every time. No chance. Yo, the Six Poppy says triathlon has to be the hardest. So, the men's triathlon, first you swim and you bike. I think you swim a couple miles, you bike a couple miles, and then you run 5 miles. On the 5th mile, The 5th mile, meaning the last, after he had done all the biking and all the swimming and all the running, the 5th mile for the winner, he ran it in 4:40. He ran a 4:40 mile. Yo, that is fucking insanity. Curling, yes. Curling is the answer for the Winter Olympics. Yeah, dude, those people were dead after the triathlon. Do I think that men's b-ball can still win gold? Yeah, they're favored to. Got to figure their shit out, and they're eventually gonna have to beat Luca. But they got more talent and firepower than anybody. They just have to learn how to play together real quick. I don't really have an opinion on Scotty Barnes and Jalen Suggs until I see them play for their teams. I don't know. I haven't watched enough of them play at the collegiate level to tell you that this is a guaranteed to be a good pick. No. I do not skateboard, I ski. I like this free Stream Beats channel. Very much on the beach next to Tom Cruise in Cocktail. Tom Cruise and Elizabeth Shue getting it in on Cocktail. That's the dream right there. No, OKC was never going to trade Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That came from some other executive trying to decrease his value. Terrence Clark moment, I thought was as special as it got. You could possibly do it. The family clearly appreciated it, and that's all that matters. Oh my god, Ledecky's shoulders are... Dude, Ledecky looks like Mike Allstott. Her shoulders muscles are... Oh my god. She's fucking jacked. No wonder she wins every damn race. Do I have any futures in the NFL this season? At FanDuel, I bet the Titans to win the AFC South the day that they traded for Julio Jones. Who do I think wins the Super Bowl? In terms of best bet on the board, I'd probably go with the Ravens just because of the odds payout. Lamar Jackson's got to figure it out at some point, you figure. Yeah, dude, Ledecky looked like prime Dwight right there. They just showed her, like, walking around normally. God damn, compared to, like, normal humans standing next to her. No, no college football bets at the moment. I bet a lot of college football, but because I'm betting weather. So I place my bets usually on Tuesday or Wednesday nights after making a prediction on where it's going to be raining. And if they play on a grass field, that usually means I'm going to be betting the under for that game. Wind, precipitation, and grass fields equals wob unders. And I won all of them but 2 last year, so it's good for me. Sometimes I'll beat those lines by like 8 points of closing value. Expectations on how Clay is going to look this season. And he's been out for 2 years. He's not just going to come back and magically be the same Clay that was during the Dynasty Death Lineup days. It's going to take some time, but just his mere presence on the court, if he is 80% of his old self, will be enough to free up Steph Curry from the ring of fire defense that he was facing the entire season. That's why these picks, I thought them keeping these picks is going to be super beneficial for them, because their bench is horrendous. Horrendous. In the same way that they built the Death Lineup Warriors was through the draft. Draymond, Clay, and Steph. Why can't they do it again with Kuminga and Moses Moody and James Wiseman? Those are 3 damn good players. No, that's where you're wrong, my friend. Someone said life is too short to bet the under. When you bet a weather, windy under, like a Big 10, 11 o'clock game under when it's snowing and they're just running the football, oh, it feels like you have the over, because there's no chance it's ever going to lose. Snow, you don't bet unders, though, because snow, you can't tackle in snow. Oh, you know what's a funny story, by the way? Now that somebody mentioned Carolina and fraternities, and we're talking NFL, is the Magister of my fraternity, which is the leader of the pledges. The Magister of my fraternity is now the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. Arthur Smith. Shout out to Arthur. He was a great Magister. Was he? He was cool to me. I still got pictures with him and everything. Small world. Yeah, I could go find a picture for you guys. I don't know where it's located. I haven't been on Facebook, and I'm going to have to dig deep into Facebook to find our my freshman year college pictures from 2005. But yeah, I got a couple with Arthur. Nah, he's a good guy. He's the heir to FedEx. He's a good guy. You would never know it talking to him. I didn't... The only bet I made on the draft was Jalen Green going second, but I was limited to $200, so it's nothing. You were 4 years old in 2005? I was getting it in on Franklin Street when you were a baby in diapers. I'm not looking at Spencer Dinwiddie's tweets. It's a waste of my time. All y'all were babies in 2005, huh? Man, when I was 7 years old watching Xavier McDaniel in 92 in the New York Knicks. John Starks, Patrick Ewing, and Charles Oakley. Those were the glory days.
Marcus by Goldman Sachs offers personal loans with no fees ever. Banks offer coffee. So what's more important?
Nope, didn't bet any baseball tonight, and I would have lost. I would have taken my boy Tark Scoble in Detroit, and they lost the first 5 innings to Baltimore. Now, see, that's why I don't engage with his tweets. He's just doing that to... It's like when I put out a bait tweet, and all the people who hate, like, don't engage with it. That tweet I put out on Jaylen Brown draft night from 2016 is still getting circulated to this day. And it just, all it does is increase following and engagement. I'll never delete it, ever. People are so stupid. They're so stupid. On Twitter, they are so stupid. They would rather quote tweet something and own you, thinking that, like, I got him good. All you did was just amplify the thing that you hate. They'll never get it. They never will. Isn't Mexico versus the United States on Sunday? That's a quick turnaround. And that's in Vegas, too? Gold Cup final? What do I think about the last Dave episode? This one kind of sucked, but they've gotten better. I used to watch the challenge on MTV back in its glory days with CT and DM and Wes, Johnny and Laurel, Cara Maria. They're all gone now. I did not know that 3-day turnaround. Am I hyped for Donda? I don't know what that is. Wait, you know Wes? Or you're just saying he's the homie, like you like watching him? What do I think Dion Waiters is doing at this very moment? He's got his feet up, eating some pizza. He's got his championship ring on his finger. Probably playing some NBA Live 1999 on Sega Genesis. The Kanye West album. Beats me. The last Kanye West album I recognize is Graduation. Oh, wait, the one with flashing lights on it was good too, though. I don't remember that, no. Flashing Lights was on Graduation. Well, that would explain it. Graduation. That's the last Kanye album. Everything else he's done since then is just him hitting a piano key, wearing some ludicrous outfit. I hope not. We're gonna see how Delta affects Summer League here real quick. Hopefully Delta just goes away. Sick of this shit, man. Base swab. What does that mean? Man, where do you get your news? Kawhi still leaving to Dallas? That's how you can find out everything you need to know about somebody. Just ask them where they get their news from. It'll explain everything you need to know, I promise you. Where does this person get their news? My favorite is people saying, like, I'll wait and see. Regarding, like, COVID or something else. Like, I'll wait and see. I'll do my own research. Fucking idiots. Like, Darwinism is a beautiful thing. Darwin is just laughing up in heaven, right next to Steve Irwin, laughing at everyone that's ever said that before. Thoughts on the Celtics getting Josh Richardson? It's not a big guy. They need some size in the front court. Stacked. Otherwise, they're not beating anybody. Tatum and Brown are awesome, but I got to see how they're going to fill out that front court first. Tristan Thompson was actually playing well there at the end of the season, too. We'll go for another 10 minutes. Yeah, I see y'all doing up top. They're getting their info from Bulls Got Next or Brandon. I don't know who that is. Thoughts on where Josh Hart will end up? I didn't even know he was a free agent. Sorry, Josh. Seriously. Why are there so many people in here interested about Dinwiddie? Appreciate you, Vizzy PhD. Welcome in, my friend. Solo hours, Delta hours here on Late Night with Wob, Twitch style. God, it's like every 5 minutes there's a commercial. The fuck? I don't know who's out there for the Wizards to go get. Point guard. They don't have any money to spend on Kyle Lowry. I don't know. Their roster is clearly not done yet. We're on Twitch right now. No spaces tonight. Spaces is for Radio Roulette. Once I go to if some crazy shit happens in Vegas, either with the Summer League or free agency or trade, we'll do a Radio Roulette. We'll bring it back. But I'm also not going to have a strong enough Wi-Fi signal while I'm out there, so I can't be doing these type of streams. Hotel Wi-Fi is trash. So I thought I would do one of these to be a filler, because once we get to Summer League, then once we get through that couple weeks, then we're in the true off-season all the way through the month of September. It's the 1 month off, and I'm gonna be moving to LA that month, so I'm gonna be offline a lot. Yeah, the Radio Roulette calls when Russ has a bad game are gonna be great from all those fucking bandwagon Laker fans that have infected our chat. They're going to have some crazy Westbrook takes. Who do I think will end up on the Lakers in free agency? Didn't we come up with Wayne Ellington? Was it Wayne Ellington? They need Wayne Ellington. Maybe some Melo too. Melo would be decent for them at a veteran's minimum. You know he wants to go ring chasing. He doesn't have one yet. Melo to LA? Makes a lot of sense. Take the veterans min. Am I Team Scarlet or Team Disney? I'm always Team Scarlet. I love that woman. Ever since the movie Match Point. Dark movie. What's the opposite of rom-com? Like rom-dram. That's what that movie is. It's Cruel Intentions of Britain. But she is smoking in that movie. Do I have any Hulu recommendations? I don't. But if you haven't watched Money Heist yet, new season, final season's coming out August 2nd. Most popular show in the world. Just not here in the United States. Have I ever been starstruck? I would be if with Peyton Manning. The only one I can think of. Peyton Manning. Oh, I don't know if I'd be able to speak English. He's my guy. It's all good. We appreciate you, David. Thank you for donating all of those bits. Yeah, Ted Lasso. New episode I gotta watch before bed tonight. Meghan Markle, clearly not. Peyton Manning wasn't a god. He was the god. Untouchable. Greatest I've ever seen. I will ever see. I still got the bomber jacket, yeah. Are you guys impressed with my Smash skills? That's a good point. Peyton Manning never lost. He ran out of time. He also won a Super Bowl with the 32nd ranked defense in the NFL. Patriots had the best team in the league every year. Must be nice. Peyton Manning playing with 32nd ranked everything. I don't know, we talked about that earlier in the show. Maybe one day. Skywalk maybe will make a return one day, but all the partners are going to have to be, all FanDuels of the world and people that support our stream are going to have to be okay with it. And right now, that answer is going to be a no. And also, they're going to have to be done differently. They're going to have to be more so news than the way that we did them before. Because they still happen. I'm still watching them. They happen in LA every damn day. Bob Sanders, and thank you. Someone just brought up Bob Sanders. Bob Sanders on that team saved us as much as Peyton Manning saved us. That dude erased humans off of this planet. He was just so reckless with his body, he didn't survive in the NFL for more than 2-3 years in his prime. Once he went to San Diego with the Chargers, he was out of the league. He hit people too hard. I could name that whole defense. Kelvin Hayden, Marlon Jackson, Jason David, linebackers, Gary Brackett, Cato June, Dwight Freeney, Robert Mathis, Booger McFarland, Bob Sanders at safety, Antoine Bethea, free safety. Is Nick Harper on that team too? Yeah. That was the 32nd ranked defense, by the way. Now they're all like big names. My brain is huge, yeah. I have a size 8 head. 8. A lot of brains in there. You ever met anyone with a size 8 dome before? Gary Brackett. Shout out Gary Brackett. He was fucking awesome for us. Little guy from Rutgers. Tiny dude. He was like 5'10", playing middle linebacker in the NFL, and he lit dudes up. I was a big Austin Collie guy. I was, yeah. Of course, man. Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, Pierre Garcon, Dallas Clark, Joseph Adai, Edgerrin James was the best running back that will never get the respect he deserves. I told you, I have a big-ass head. Yep, Jeff Saturday. It was Ryan DM was our right tackle. Tarek Glenn was our left tackle. Jeff Saturday was center. Tony Hugo. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. Tarek Glenn was probably the most important player in Peyton Manning's career. Not Marvin, not Reggie, not even Edge. Tarek Glenn, left tackle. Blindside. Donald Brown. Remember, God damn it, Donald! Are y'all even old enough to remember when that happened? God damn it, Donald! And then he just runs. Peyton's the best, dude. UNC guy, were you there when TJ Yates was a QB? So TJ Yates was not only in my fraternity, we were roommates for a summer. I talked to him often. And I believe he's going to work for Arthur and the Falcons because he played for them as well. Yeah.
From the ads. If you tap now to watch a short video.
Yeah, TJ won the first playoff game in Houston Texans history. God damn it, Donald! You know what? Someone just, that's fucking accurate. You're the Forrest Gump of UNC. I am. It was all by accident, too. I was staying in Winston Dormitory my freshman year. I got a knock on my door from someone. His name was Mike Sack. And Mike said he lived in this room last year. He wanted to see who was living there and if I wanted to come hang out at a house party. And I was like, all right. I'm from the north. I didn't know shit about fraternities, but brought me to a frat house. Got along with the guys. Everybody there was a football player on the team. So between Arthur Smith, who ended up being my McKeister, he was a guard. Brian Chacos, who still works at North Carolina now, he played on the Jets for a season, was left tackle. Matt Baker at the time was the quarterback. He was a senior in the fraternity, and I'm just like, okay. And just somehow ended up in the football fraternity at UNC. And that's the story. I don't know how it worked out still, but it did. I didn't know how fraternities, I was like offering to clean up. Like, I feel bad. I like drank y'all's beer and at these parties, can I help you clean? Like, not knowing what I was going to have to do during pledging. How bad was my hazing? This was back in the days when there was no internet to save you from tweeting out some video to expose somebody. There was no internet to save your ass in that basement. It was a long couple of months. Is this a good stream? Weiss Cube says this has been a damn good stream. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about random shit that y'all keep asking questions about. I was there with Hakeem Nicks for 1 year, I think. He was a little bit younger than I was. Oh yeah, I remember when we used to grade the stream. Maybe we'll do that if we ever bring buckets back. B+. That's how you know you're an OG, if you give me a B+ on one A. And A means I can't get any better. What is the weirdest interview that I've ever done? weirdest. I sure have interviewed a lot of players. I interviewed KD right after he went to Golden State, but that wasn't weird. I don't know. I gotta think about that one. Dude, we always lost to ECU. I went to an ECU game with Jerry. I was standing there with Jerry Stackhouse. Just lost the game randomly. It was a fun weekend. Have I ever wanted to walk out of an interview? No. I can remember one of my first interviews ever was Derrick Rose. It was Derrick Rose right after the news dropped about him and the allegations. I had to interview him the day after at the Forum in Inglewood for a Call of Duty tournament in which he wanted to like be a part of because he loves playing the game. And I'm like, well, it looks like that this interview is going to get canceled tomorrow because he had just joined the Knicks. This was the original Knicks are a super team days when he said, I guess the Knicks are a super team. I'm like, well, I guess this interview is over. And they're like, no, we're doing it. And I'm like, and I wasn't shit. So I'm not Diane Sawyer. I'm not going to ask him about the allegations in which I know nothing about. But we did the interview, and I just remember that green room, because who was in this green room? This was Michael Phelps at his absolute peak. Michael Phelps was there. Vin Diesel was there. Marshawn Lynch was there. Richard Sherman was there. Like Carissa Thompson, a whole bunch of Fox people, because I was at Fox at the time. And I've got this whole setup. The lights are bright. I'm relatively new in the content space. I don't think I've ever interviewed anybody of the caliber of Derrick Rose at this time. It was this was a 2015, I think, 2015 or 2016. And they're all those names that I just mentioned, because this was on the front page of every news channel, everything. Like Derrick Rose, huge allegation. We know what those allegations are about. And at the time, it was still a case, and everyone was trying to figure it out. So it was just more so rumors, and it was a big story at the time. And I remember all those big names in a tiny-ass green room, which is probably the size of just a standard living room. Imagine 100 people in there just staring at you. Like, oh shit, what is Derrick Rose about to say? And of course, I didn't ask him about it, because one, his people said don't ask him about it. I didn't know any different at the time. But we did the interview. And that was that. Talk about pressure. I mean, I was talking about, because he had also just signed with the Knicks, so we were talking about basketball. But, of course, at this point in my career, I think it would be a little bit different. But did it smell weird in there? And the first thing Marshawn Lynch did when he came into the green room, he was the first one in there. This is kind of the morning. He drank an entire cup of Hennessy, and then we started playing video games together. Call of Duty, because they had the new Call of Duty set up there for them to play against each other, because they were trying to get celebrities to play against each other in the green room for like content and shit. And Marshawn Lynch just like threw back a cup of Hennessy and said, "Let's play." I mean, a real cup, not a shot. I'm talking like solo cup of Hennessy. Always ask about how it smelled. What COD was it? I want to say it was like Modern Warfare 2. No, not the most recent Modern Warfare, the one before it. Yeah, no, I'm. Maybe it was a Black Ops. You know what? Now you guys are making me. I want to find this picture. I have a. Give me a second. I can't think that hard right now. I already gave my opinion on Moses Moody. It was Black Ops. Yeah, it was Black Ops. Sherman and Lynch both had... Yeah, they were both transposed and had characters in the game. It was whatever that one was.
Let's go into town and lose track of time. Let's go grab a bite with double everything.
There it is. I can't believe I found it. This was it. That was the day. He's all smiles. He was a great interview. And Derrick Rose is notoriously very tight-lipped, but he was talkative that day, clearly, because he was trying to make news outside of what everyone was saying about him. So he would answer anything. Shit, now I want to watch that interview. Infinite Warfare. Y'all really looked that up?
It's time for Aperol.
Let's see.
Ice. Prosecco.
Hold on.
Then Aperol in equal parts. A splash of soda. And a slice of orange.
How do I find like that? When Fox took down their website, we lost all those videos that I did.
Copyright 2020 Campari America, New York, New York. Please enjoy responsibly.
Here's the link. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah. Wow. So Fox Sports has a brand new website now. All the videos got lost in the transfer of the content to the new website. So I only have this like trailer version. Hold on, here we go. I know what I'm gonna do. Let's watch it. Y'all are gonna love this shit. Hold on. This was the interview. I'm telling you, it was. Come on, man. I'm doing a show here. I'm trying to illegally download this video, please. It's not. Maybe it's not illegal because it's my own video. Okay, here we go. I got it. Let's go. Wow, I look so young. Let's see how it went. It's only 40 seconds. It's not the whole interview. It's just a snippet. Let's watch this shit. Let me, KTJ. Here we go. It's coming up right now. What do you have to say to the people that think you're kidding when you said the Knicks are a super team? What do you want to say to them?
I'm gonna let my game speak for itself. Like I said what I said, and whenever I step on the floor, I'm gonna have to prove myself, and we're gonna have to prove ourselves to just go out there and just win games. That's about it.
We're sticking to it, right? We're a
Yeah.
super team. I
Yeah.
made a shirt and everything.
Yeah,
I got a super team shirt with your face on it. It says super team. We can't back down from it now. We got to go all the way through.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you was in the league and or you was teamed up with someone and they said that they were a super team or something like, yeah, you want to be a part of it too. I'm in the league too, so why not?
Yeah, I mean, the interview, I remember the original video that we put out on Fox was like 4 minutes long. But that was just a teaser trailer which existed on Twitter for me to download. It doesn't exist the actual interview itself doesn't exist anymore on the website. I look super young. Hey, that was only 6 years ago. That was only, I did not age that far between 20, what was I at the time? 27? Six years of NBA Twitter will age a guy. Yeah, well, you know what? That's a good way to put it. That's right. All the gray hairs that popped up on the side of my head. New York Knicks. Thank the Knicks for that one. 6 years. We'll put some age on you. Put some hair on your cojones. Oh, thank you. Maybe it's the darkness. Do the Magic have low-key the most fun young backcourt in the league? No, you most certainly don't. But I think you have building blocks for a team that could be good a couple years down the road for sure. I'm going for the Roger Sterling look, guys. The Silver Fox, all right? I don't know what the Pacers are doing, but they do have a new coach, which is a step in the right direction. They got some crazy talent on that team, and they should be contenders. Yeah, you got to think Carlisle will be a good influence on that squad. Only so many days until I get to shuffle around these chips for real. Probably play some 2-5. Play a couple 100K guaranteeds. If they cancel Summer League, I'm going to be living in those casinos playing poker all day. I don't know. Do we do Danilo? I don't think we do Danilo on late night. Feels like it's time to wrap it up because I need to wake up tomorrow to watch Team USA play. Gotta go to bed, take a shower, go watch Ted Lasso, and go to bed. I think we'll call it a night. Nah, we'll save Danilo. I don't think we do Danilo. It's not an official late night. You have to either do you got to do the entire closing ceremonies together. You can't just pick one of them out. What's the wildest NBA-related gambling challenge I ever got? I'm supposed to play Jared Jeffries one-on-one, and if I can get to 5 before he gets to 11, that's the bet. Can I score 5 points before Jared Jeffries gets to 11? He said he's down. See, the problem is that I was banking on Jared Jeffries not because of how much he has his own fishing show on like the outdoor channel. I figured that he's out of the game. He doesn't play basketball anymore. But he's supposedly still so good that they use him to run against in LA for when a lot of these star players go work out at like UCLA and shit and do those private workouts and gyms. Jared Jeffries is always there. And I'm like, fuck. And he was already a good defender. And if he's still in prime peak form, I don't know how I'm going to be able to get shots up that don't get blocked. What is the best pizza that I've ever had? Sal's in Mamaroneck, New York. Has a strip of pizza places that it's famous for. I'd probably go with Sal's. Do a viewer poker tourney sometime? Yeah, we could. I'm just not in a state where it's legal. Unofficial stat of the night. Wizards lead the league. Number of first rounders from Gonzaga. Now that we're talking about pizza, I think it's a good time to wrap it up. What do y'all think? Call it a night. Hopefully we'll do this again sometime soon. Maybe there'll be some news to talk about before I leave for Vegas. At the very least, we'll do a radio roulette. But I think we'll call it a night tonight. Team USA, 8 a.m. here on the Eastern Seaboard tomorrow. We'll get up for that. We'll be here. Till next time, y'all.